that to come?
I think something's going to happen. I think it has to. I think we're at a tipping point, and people have thrown that term around, but I think that, I think that something has to give.
I'm looking for ideas and solutions. That's what I'm here for. Because I had enough too, and we have to right the ship. Okay, so the idea is that ultimately the people will right the ship. The ship does not right itself. Okay. Demand comes from the bottom. If all the money's at the top and no one's at the bottom to create the demand for goods and services, the people at the top go bankrupt because no one has the money to buy anything. You know, democracy works. I believe in capital, but they have to keep the system on. It's like in baseball. You have to have umpires. You know, people can't cheat. People cheat. They're dishonest. The system goes down the tubes. Capitalism doesn't work. It only works when people keep everybody honest.
Why'd you come down here today?
Actually, I started this is my third time actually visiting. I was here when it first started. I was here last week for the march across the bridge, and I was in the Washington Square Park march. I was actually in the rally there, not knowing it would actually march again and lead down here. So I followed the crowd and came down here for my third visit, following the crowd from Washington Square Park.
So what inspires you most about being here?
Country kind of slept for the last 10 years. The two wars, people gripe, but no one actually did anything. The stock market went down, bailouts happened, and finally, it's just beautiful to see people fed up. I was wondering when people were just going to get tired and just say, you know what, it's happened overseas. We see all these other countries and nations being inspired by us for freedom, and meanwhile, we were resting on our laurels and having all our freedoms taken away, our financial security taken away, and finally, America on their own said, you know what, we're going to be inspired by those, be inspired and start marching for your own freedom and your own rights.
All right, so is there anything that you're going to do differently as a result of coming down here and experiencing all this?
I'm going to be more careful where I spend my money. I think no matter who you are, they respect your money. If they don't love you, if they don't like your neighborhood, they don't like your color, your race, your whatever class you are, they respect where you spend your money. And research the companies, make sure you're investing in companies that are either investing in your country, investing in your own interests. So definitely, I want to be careful with my money, and I think that is the quickest way to turn a ship. Like once you defund, you take your money out of a company, you take your support out of a company. We don't boycott anymore in this country, in that civil rights era, boycotting turned to rights. It took a while, but eventually you take the money out of a company, even if you threaten to take money away, they'll right wrongs as soon as they can possibly can.
How long have you been here?
I came here on the second day, and I've been back and forth ever since the second day. I am part of an organization called O4O, Organizing for Occupation, and that is a housing rights group that aims to actualize the human rights of housing through direct action. So basically by taking space and reclaiming it as housing for those who are homeless, and working to keep those about to be evicted in their homes. So through that work, and also through being a student facing a lot of student debt, being underemployed, having difficulty finding a job, really just looking around me and seeing how many people this system isn't working for, I came to this because it's a space to talk about how that system affects us and envision alternatives to it, envision ways that we can actually truly be democratic and truly express ourselves and work collectively and build something more just and humane. And you see right now the General Assembly is happening, and that, for example, is one of the many ways that there are alternative ways of being. You know what I mean? You come here and you treat food differently, you treat decision-making differently, you treat sleeping and socializing and all those things differently. And so I think the point of this is to get all these people together who are pained and stressed and suffering, and send a message that an alternative is possible.
too much greed. Everything is going up, and you know, like cost of living is going up, and there's no jobs. You can't even find any job. You look all the time, there's no jobs. So I just think it's too much greed going on. When like a certain percentage have so much, and the working class and the poor don't have anything. You know, I think it's very unfair. I'm just asking for fairness. I don't want to take over Wall Street. I'm just asking for fairness, some form of fairness. You know, for the working people.